Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Timmy B, host of the Fight Insight podcast. Look, this episode may appear very weird because we recorded the whole thing. Chuck Buffalo does not show up. We get pissed. We call him a bastard. I post it on my story, and then he writes back to me saying, "Let's do it today, pussy," as I'm editing this week's episode. So then we get him on the show. So you're going to see that. Things may be a little bit weird because my editing skills are not great, Bam Bam, but I'm very excited for this episode, man.
You got
it's an excellent one. Bam Bam.
Let's go, Timmy B, hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight Insight Podcast.
Boom.
Back. We
Look
are
at
back.
Look at the background from Brian Bam Bam
Look at that.
Barberina.
You can't even see what it says, but
Yeah,
it is
we
my
know.
name.
We know it says Brian Barberina.
We're playing
What,
with a new look here in the sauna.
What event was that from? Do you know?
Couldn't tell you.
Or-
No idea.
Do you get one? Okay, here's the thing. Do you get one of those, like, that's from your media day when you're in the
Yeah.
room and the media can come around, right?
Yeah. The old media days.
So what
But
do you
now
mean
the
old?
media days. Well, old media days, like when you went to media, everybody, we'd have like a little spot station. The sign would be there. It'd be like almost like a horseshoe, where it goes
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
And you have like fighter, and then like it goes around with all the fighters, and your sign's there, and the media would come to you and like literally be right in front of you with their recording or whatever and ask you questions. Now, well, at like the Apex and stuff, you go up to the thing and do a little talk thing. Get calls now in your room. It's not the same.
Oh. Much
They
cooler.
stopped doing it like that.
Much cooler in the old days then, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, Bam Bam, below us is a sign that says, "Where is Chuck Buffalo?" And
Where is he?
I've had this goddamn sign for like literally over a year and a half, maybe, since I've wanted to have this bastard on the show. He commits to last week. Last minute says, "I got medicals, I can't do it." Now I've been messaging him saying, "Well, come on this week, Never comes, never doesn't message back. I had a whole bunch of questions from fans, most of them very sexual, from obviously his friends who wanted to make him play like F, Marry, Kill with 3 male UFC fighters and things like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, he's not here. Look. He's entering Canada this weekend, UFC 315 in Canada. It is the perfect shot for him, dude, because he's a guy with a mouth. He's a guy that the media has already seemingly behind the scenes turned on this dude.
Yeah, which is weird because you know what? Chuck Buffalo, the media is turning on you, but here we are, Fight Insight Podcast. We're trying to be with you. We're trying to stand with you. So if you see Chuck Buffalo in the Canadian streets, you tell him, get on the Fight Insight Podcast.
Teach anybody anything about podcasting is the best way to get a guest is to call them a bastard, call them out until they write to you and say, "Get me on the podcast, you pussy." So Bam Bam, I can't believe this has happened. A year in the making. Here he is. Chuck Buffalo, Charles Radtke.
What's good, motherfuckers?
There you go. God
About
damn
time.
it.
I've been hearing about you forever.
Dude, what's up with you?
First and foremost, like I said, that was some hilarious shit because I had like looked at my page because like after we had rescheduled that shit, I was like, bro, I'm not doing it no more. I'm focusing on the fight. I'm doing my thing, right? Like because after the medicals. And then when you sent that, I looked at my boy and I was like, dog, I think I'm gonna fucking do it today. Let's fucking do this. And then as I just got on, my wife was just like, you should do that podcast. Swear to God, she literally just said that on the phone.
God,
that's
damn
awesome.
It. Your wife is a good woman, Chuck. Look, here's the thing. I got to ask you, man. Does the media hate you?
No, it's actually funny enough. Like, we got the video and everything. Full Set MMA, they love us. You know what I mean? Like, they back Mike Malott because he is a Canadian. But I am their wet dream. You know what I mean? Like a person that can fill content, who talks shit, who lives that sort of lifestyle, right? Like that's what they want. Like I know it's proper Mike Malott. whatever. Like, that's not my style. Everybody's got their own unique style. Like, when you think about people that are on the fringe who do dope shit, right? Like, that's me.
Right. But what about the media at the UFC? Here's my thing. I reached out to you way back when that whole thing came out about you that you were demanding money for interviews.
Yeah.
And I was very confused at that, which I'm going to talk to you about, because that whole thing went off. But then it was another fight that you won. You go backstage and one guy asked you questions, and then
Yeah.
that was it. And I was watching
Yeah.
that whole event because I'm like, these fuckers don't like Chuck Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every other fighter that went back there, aside from a girl that didn't speak English, multiple people were asking questions. And I'm like, did they just screw over this guy again? Like, that's what I'm saying. The UFC media.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I mean, probably. I mean, if they're not asking me more questions, it's pretty obvious that they don't like me. But like, to be truly honest with you, like, I could give a fuck less whether they like me or don't like me, because that just basically means I get to get out of there and get back to my family sooner than later. You know, like,
Sure.
What are they going to ask me after this Eisenberger fight, right? Like, I mean, it was pretty straightforward on how the fight went. He got knocked out in 51 seconds. Now, mind you, by the way, too, out of a lot of people, Eisenberger had a lot of respect for me because I knew that guy was a dog. Like, most of the time when you go in there, you're probably going to get knocked down from him. So to go out there and perform like that on the last fight of my contract, that's why I got super emotional afterwards. But, like, honestly, as you're answering your question, man, the media doesn't like me, and I don't give a fuck. I think they're all a bunch of lame pieces of shit. That's why I never do podcasts either.
Yeah, like this guy. He's the worst.
Timmy B, man, he's all about you. That's for sure. He's Canadian also. And he can't stop talking about you, man. We've been rooting for you. We're in your corner. We love the fucking trash talk. We love that they're fucking giving the media their own shit. Like, man, keep it up. You're doing great.
My brother,
look, man,
appreciate you.
I seriously appreciate you coming on. I do want to ask you, though, just to clear this up, because I got mad at some of my fellow media people. They were posting shit like this, like Chuck Buffalo demands money from media. And then it all started from this girl, Amy Kaplan, who on Twitter, she was the one that kind of got into it with you. And then she started going off. And then the Twitter, like, I have these goddamn things saved from like over a year ago, because I was clipping them all when it happened. I got to ask you, were you asking for money to do interviews?
Not necessarily, but I was like basically telling them, like, implying, like, you guys get free content. Like, you should be throwing me some money. Like, I'm not just like doing this shit for free, right? Like, I really did. I did feel that way about it. Like, they're sitting there after I just went out there and put my life on the line, and then they're going to get content for free out of it. Now they're saying it's like a pro bono type of thing, but like, I don't really feel that way about it. I feel like that they're just basically riding off of what we just did. Just like people that when you come out here in Canada, people are like, hey man, I'll give you a free haircut, blah, blah, blah. They're just trying to hitch ride off of your momentum, like that you're getting, like that type of shit. That's all the media does as well too. So like, at the end of it, like, I just say, like, well, fuck you then. Like, and that's why they don't even ask me any more questions, because I had said that, and they feel some type of way about it. And usually when you get that reaction, it's usually true.
Yeah, that's definitely the way they're feeling deep down, for sure.
Yeah, because you hit on the sore spot. Okay, so here's the thing. Now I need to apologize to everybody that I complained about for the last year and a half when I go, that's not what Chuck Buffalo was saying. It is what he was saying. So you guys are idiots, and he wants money for the interviews. Is that why we don't see you a lot doing other things, though? Because honestly, I don't see you doing a lot of interviews. Like, I don't get a lot of your personality aside from your Instagram stories.
Yeah, for sure. And like, my personality is very fringy, like on Barstool Sports type of stuff. Like, dude, this is all I do, man. When I'm outside of the sport, I'm just sitting there. I'm plotting on motherfuckers, man. Like, they don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, Full Send hit me up last night. He's like, "What are you doing at 11 o'clock at night?" I'm plotting, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, we go through wins, we go through losses and shit like that. But it's all how you come back from your losses, right? And you look at the fights between what Mike Malott looked like when he came back versus what I came back, and that's always a telltale sign of like what your success is going to look like. So for me, I honestly just feel like this particular fight is going to be one of those where people now are going to be like, oh, this motherfucker is pretty dope, man. Like, he's got like some good shit, man. Like, I'm going to start like keep my eye on a little bit more, maybe ask him a few more questions.
Yeah. Good, man. I like it. You're invading Canada. You're invading Canada. Soon to be the 51st state of America, and I know you're already playing off that. How ready are you with the Canadian bashing content? Because I feel like you're the guy to do it. Sean Strickland did it last time when he was here for that UFC pay-per-view when he fought Duplessis. Now it's you, and I feel like you're the guy that's going to like start doing some of those media things. So are you ready for that stuff? Do you know what happened in our election?
Listen, man, I don't know about the election, all the other bullshit. All I do know is that like the people here like me a lot more than they like Mike Malott. That's all I can say. So, and at the end of it, like we know the boos are going to happen, right? We're going to go into the arena. There's going to be the boos. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with my career whenever I went against Brandon Lopez. Are you guys familiar with the CFFC 100 fight at all?
No.
I'm
Go ahead.
not.
Tell us now.
No.
So what happened was I went to Tampa, Florida, and this kid Brandon Lopez sold $20,000 in tickets. Man, everybody was talking when I was on my way to the ring that he's gonna kill me. He's gonna do this, right? It was UFC, CFFC 100, so it was like the show, right? So I came out there, bro. I was literally flicking everybody off, calling them pussies in the crowd, and I
Yes.
knocked this kid out. And as he's on the ground, I knew he was out cold, and I just wanted to give it to him just a little bit more because the fans had like really riled me up. And then afterwards, I'm trying to fight people in the crowd, doing my thing. So like the reality of it is this is like my ideal scenario. When I was getting cheered in the protest fight in Kentucky, that was super strange to me. I've always been the underdog. I've always had like, I say I'm like the Jorge Masvidal of my generation. So for me, like this is ideally what I'm looking for. Now it's going to be a bit different coming onto a pay-per-view event, probably where you're going to get the most kick out of it because of Mike Malott. But how many people really believe in Mike Malott and that are just cheering him because he's a Canadian?
Yeah.
I'm a Canadian, so I don't know how to answer this. And I am very torn because I feel like my Canadian fans and viewers are going to be like, you got to root for the Canadian, but God damn it, it's Chuck Buffalo, Bam Bam. So I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you.
I know what you've been saying it. You've been saying
Well,
it.
look, Chuck, I'm going to tell you a few things just in case you need to know. Canada has been a liberal run country for 10 years, and we just re-elected liberals like last week.
Like Chicago.
There was the trucker protest where the government froze all their bank accounts. You know about that?
Yeah.
Good. That was found to be illegal after the fact too, right? The courts found that was the thing. We are not selling American liquor in our liquor stores now because of the tariff war. So if you know that.
Well, you guys shouldn't be drinking anyway, so.
And we are and we are very anti-American right now because of the whole like 51st state touchy thing.
Good,
Okay.
man. That's what I want,
America.
man. Fuck me, fuck you.
Yeah. So if you've got like an American flag, like I don't know, are you walking out with an American flag? You know, like do stuff like that or what?
I don't know, man. We'll see,
Something good. Something good. All right.
Stay tuned.
Look, questions.
I can have that sit on a pole, fucking run with that shit.
I got a fucking UFC vet with a mustache coming out with some serious shit.
Hell yeah.
Wait, who?
You'll see.
Oh fuck. Hell yeah.
A UFC vet. All right. Why? How racist is Bilal Muhammad?
About almost as racist as me.
Ooh, that's very high. That's high on the scale there, Bam.
Super high. Super high.
Did you see the stuff where Chael Sonnen said that you were very disrespectful?
Fuck him. Whatever. I don't really care what Chael's got to say, anyways. I mean,
did you see that?
I also saw that he was praising me. So, I mean, it's just media. Like, what does it matter what he says? He's out of the sport. He's doing his own thing. I got respect for him in terms as a fighter, but, like, if he's going to say whatever he wants about me, I mean, he said pretty controversial things about slapping somebody's wife on the ass for a steak.
Right. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I as I was researching for this and I saw he was going off on one of your things saying that it was very disrespectful that you weren't wearing a shirt during the media day. And I was like,
oh, yeah. Take back what I said there because I know what he's talking about. So, yeah, that's how I live my life. I'm from Florida, man. I walk around. If I could walk around naked, I would. Right. So that's just my thing. I'm used to walking around in board shorts, no shoes. Like, that's the Florida lifestyle. Like, I got a Fort Myers Beach, Florida hat on. Like, that's where I grew up, was in Florida, even though I'm based out of Chicago. So, like, that's just my general style, man. That's how I roll.
All right, good. Are you surprised? Oh, this has changed now since I prepared for this interview 100 years ago. Were you surprised that you weren't going to... Wait, are you surprised that you're the prelim main event? At one point, you weren't even the main event of the prelims.
You know, I was thinking about this. I was like, it would be awesome to be in that main card presser, because I feel like there's not really a lot of things that are making people want to view this fight, because there's a lot of respect on all people's levels. Like,
Yeah.
if you bring me into the equation, it's not going to be hyper respectful. Like, it's going to be pretty hilarious the entire time. But I thought about it. I was like, a lot of these broke bitches that are around here, they ain't willing to pay for the pay-per-view, especially this pay-per-view. So why not be on the free ESPN Plus? That is ideally where you want to be versus
That's a
having
great
somebody pay.
spot to be the lead of the main of the prelims, that
You
final
get it.
card before the main event. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More people are going to be viewing it. Not a lot of people, like, pay-per-view numbers have notoriously been going down lately. So I think that's
Yeah.
a great spot to be in.
Yeah.
But I do think
No,
the UFC, if they're smart, they take you to the presser anyways, being that you are right there before the main card.
Dude,
Like, they take you there. It's gonna help
yeah.
sell that pay-per-view, the whole freaking card anyway.
Exactly. But that's up to them.
Yeah.
They're doing their own thing. I'm just sitting here chilling, man. Like, I'm getting some sun today. I'm relaxing. I'm honestly, like, I see a lot of these people doing a lot of press and media and shit like that.
Yeah.
Eventually that will be me, and I can't be just chilling out here getting a suntan before I'm about to go to TriStar to go get a nice workout in.
yeah, and I saw that. I saw that on your social media that you're training out at TriStar. Is that the first time you're there?
Yeah.
Those are cool guys,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And, like, on a serious note, like, that was a very big bucket list thing for me. Like, seeing Varasa Hobby out there, like, uh, being able to see the gym. I grew up watching George St. Pierre. Like, he has always been a huge influence, like most of us have. So, like, being able
Yeah.
to go to TriStar and talk with him, and it was an awesome experience.
That's awesome, man.
Very cool.
And and again, because we don't see you a lot, whatever, and like even you're saying you don't do a lot of media. Is there anything that the fans should know about you though? There are a lot of Chuck Buffalo fans, man. Like when I posted that you're gonna come on my stupid little MMA group chat things, they were like going off. They're like, "Fuck, I love that guy." Is there anything that you want
You
to tell
lost it.
people that don't know?
I lost you there for a second. What'd you say?
I was saying that a lot of the fans, a lot of my silly MMA group chats, when I told them that I'm going to have Chuck Buffalo on, they were going off. They're like, we don't know a lot about this guy. Like they were so excited for you because they like your fight style, and
Yeah.
they like who you are. Is there anything that you want to tell those people that are your fans? Is there anything that you should tell them?
Nah, just keep being scumbags. You know what I mean? Like, the reality is I think the mystique is behind not knowing who I truly am. We're all different people, right? Like, mama mentality, all these things. Like, I'm a different person right now than I am in regular day-to-day life. So for me is honestly, especially for this occasion, enjoy the show, man, because it's about to get seriously lit. I'm about to fucking light Canada on fire and shit on it.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear.
Wait, say that again because I feel like your video cut.
I said I'm about to light Canada on fire and shit on it.
Yeah, I don't think Canada is going to be too happy with you there, Chuck Buffalo. Like,
Why not, man? I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, like you were talking about, we had issues with the alcohol thing. Like, I honestly, personally don't prefer alcohol, so maybe that might be a benefit for y'all in case you guys got a drinking problem out here with. And the truckers notoriously are alcoholics, so maybe that might be a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys just like, yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Look,
You
man.
guys are great. You guys are great.
Look, man. I'm really happy that you're here, man. There is something that I want to ask you. It's a question that my mom used to ask me almost every day of my life growing up. So I want to ask it to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy is Chuck Buffalo?
Dude, I'm a 10, man. I'm always happy. I'm super grateful for the life I have. I put a lot into the sport. And from somebody who was a 3-3 fighter who decided one day I was going to go back after and chase my goals, give up everything, and move down to Florida, and at 30 years old make it to the UFC and be in the position I'm at. Not a lot of people can say it, and I've always held my word to my wife and said that I was going to be in this position one day, and I am. And I work hard. Like, outside of the gym, I do work harder than everybody. I live a lifestyle that's healthy. So for me, I'm a 10, man. I got a lot of great things in my life, and I'm very grateful for the good friends I have, my family at home. Like, I'm a very grateful guy.
That's awesome,
Hell
man.
yeah. That's awesome.
Dude.
Yeah, that's great.
Look, I appreciate you taking the time. I don't want to keep you too long, but thank you so much for joining the podcast. We did have a bunch of questions that I'm pretty sure that your friends were writing in, so I don't feel too bad. I don't feel too bad about asking you them. But like one of them is, how often does Chuck Buffalo crank his hog?
Usually, if the wife is gone, that shit goes on the big screen. That's real.
Another person asked if you got to play F, Marry, Kill, but it could only be 3 male UFC fighters, who would they be?
F, Marry, Kill. Gerald Mershard.
Which one would he be?
No, I'm not going to ask him to answer that. They were just asking for 3 people. Gerald Mershard is your training partner, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
nice.
He actually brought out water soluble lubricant out here.
Oh wow.
He's a good guy. He's a super good guy. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
He seems like a good dude. He choked me out, so hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really dude. He honestly is a real good guy. He's slightly racist as well, but you know what I mean. Like we forgive him.
He looks really racist,
dude, with his mustache and everything. So you remember how I was saying I was like the UFC's wet dream, right? You know, in terms of like media, this is America's wet dream right here, and the guy with the mustache like that.
Yeah,
Epic mustache for sure.
Yeah, well, on the Fight Inside podcast, we do hate Gerald Mershard because he has a win over this guy. But you know,
I don't hate him. He's a good dude.
No.
I respect him.
Exactly. We just got the Canadian here that hates everybody.
That's right. Exactly. Screw all of you. Screw your stupid tariffs. Get rid of them. Look, Chuck Buffalo, man, thank you so much for joining the podcast, buddy. I definitely will be cheering for you guys. Watch him on the prelims. He's fighting proper Mike Malott. Here he is. Boom. Malott versus Radtke. It is now the prelim main event. I think at some point it was like the early prelims opener or something terrible, but there you go.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Smart move by the UFC right there. Smart move.
Absolutely.
If they
no longer, dude, no longer where is Chuck Buffalo?
No,
Chuck Buffalo's here. Chuck Buffalo's here.
I can finally goddamn retire my boom.
Hashtag, yeah.
Honestly, man, super glad that we did this interview. Like I said, like you have been on my dick trying to get this interview. Glad that we did it, man. Y'all are two super cool cast, man. We'll definitely do this again.
Appreciate you.
All right, buddy. Take care, my friend. Have a good one. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye.
Later, boys.
Boom. That is it. That is Chuck Buffalo. Bam, bam.
We got him.
Finally got him. Man, I'm so excited. We did that whole interview after we had already done a show where we were calling him out, thinking he's a bastard. Bring him back in. Everything works out, man. So I'm happy. And
super cool, dude. It was great to have him on.
Yeah. He really should invade the goddamn post-fight press conference. Like how you're not going to the pre-fight presser.
He should get a freaking car and go over there.
And it's pretty stupid too, because if you think like Mike Malott's going to be one of the guys that's going to get that Canadian crowd cheering the most too. So like you're not going to have Mike Malott there, and then you're not going to have Charles Radtke. That makes zero sense. Like you might as well have brought them for a goddamn fight night main event in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like why waste those two guys if you're not going to have them as a major part of the whole experience?
Yeah, I think who knows? Maybe the UFC. Hopefully they make that adjustment and get them there. I think that's something they're missing right there.
Yeah, and marks a special day for me because never asked someone how often they crank their hog, but it was a question that the people asked. Bam,
you did it, sure,
and pretty amazing, and pretty amazingly he answers. So
was the person who wrote in Timmy B?
No, you jack. Mick Funkmaster. I don't know. I got so many comments, which were obviously his friends. Anyways, guys, this show has been great. I'm pumped up. We still have another amazing guest coming up, but I do want to say thank you to magicmind.com. Magicmind.com, incredible drink. It's a shot. Yep. I've been on it for like 3 weeks. Bam, bam, you've been on it for a bit. Go check them out. Magicmind.com/FIS May. That's the promo code that works for, I think, all of May. That would make sense to me. Really, really should check it out, man. Bam, bam. You're enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely try it out. Helps focus, gives you some boost of energy. Magic Mind. Get it. FIS May. Use the code. Get yourself some.
Definitely. I really like it, man. And I'll tell you, it keeps you alert, keeps your brain a little bit focused. And I'm happy for that because I commentated the Muay Thai event on the weekend, which was Ish Promotions. Crew Benson from Virtue Muay Thai in Toronto puts together his very first event. Bam, bam. it was like a nightclub. Like he gets this Parkdale Hall. It's like, I don't know what it is. It holds about like 600 people, 700 people, whatever it is. It's packed, sold out before the doors even open.
Wow, that's awesome.
So good for him, man.
Yeah.
Turned out to be 10 fights.
Okay.
10-year-old kids up to 44-year-old men. Dude, the 10-year-old kids fights were crazy. Like, really good. It's, really
wait.
skilled.
You said Muay Thai, right? Could
Muay
they
Thai.
throw elbows or no?
No elbows. A couple of fights they threw elbows. The kids
Even the
fight,
adults, like the adults, the older people,
it was confusing.
older adults.
Some of I don't know whether they just weren't, or some of them were for sure that were really throwing them. The one girl kept throwing elbows into the body when she would get into the clinch, which was pretty cool. The 10-year-olds, they couldn't punch to the face.
Oh.
Obviously because they were punching to the body. But at one point, the one kid just clocks the other one straight in the face. And it was pretty funny, man. Great event, though, man. Like, I met some very, very cool athletes. Bam, bam. There's one girl, when I was interviewing them all, there's one girl that definitely wants to go MMA. So I'm very excited because I want her to get to MMA, like get that experience, do whatever you got to do. Abigail Leland, she was a very cool fighter. She won her fight.
Amateur, pro?
It's amateur Muay Thai.
Got it. Okay, sorry. Yep.
But she's young. She's already been doing some jiu-jitsu and some other stuff. So she is rounding out her skill set.
Yeah.
And she looked good, very aggressive. She has the focus on it. So I was very happy because she will eventually become into the MMA world. I would love to interview her on this podcast. But awesome. Overall, the event, Bam Bam, super, super cool, man. It was done up, like all the posters were done up like a Kill Bill kind of look. So it was very cool, man. The whole event ran really well. I think Crew Benson was very happy because like the crowd was so pumped. Like,
oh, they loved it. The crowd loved it.
Dude, the crowd was insane the whole thing. Like, you couldn't, like, because when you start out with little 10-year-olds, and they're just going to town, the crowd's like so jacked up, and then the fights just got better and better.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it was very, very cool. So thank you for everybody for checking that out. That was amazing.
Get a lot of ooh-wees on there. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. There was one chant for this one kid, Caleb Timinez. He fights out of my sister gym at Pound for Pound in Pickering, Ontario. And his chant that the crowd was chanting was, "Who's your barber?" Because I guess he's like a barber as well. And he's like a 17-year-old kid or whatever. But he won. He beat the hometown guy. And like, it was like, the crowd was insane. The crowd was very, very pumped. There was food. There was this like Egyptian brunch restaurant that was selling food. And it just like, the smell was so good. Like, the food was amazing. and like just everything was great, man. Like, they really, really good job. So I'm very happy for him, man, because
sounds like a great first show.
Great first show, man. Lots to learn from, right? Like, but you'll grow, you'll get there. But definitely, like, if you were there in attendance, you were not disappointed at all.
Yeah,
like, it was crazy. And it was like a club, because then at the intermission, people were going outside to like smoke and stuff. And like, you could see people passing by in the street because it's downtown Toronto, and they're like, "What's going on in here? We got to get into this place." Like, what's happening? This guest that we have now, and thank you so much for coming. This guest is a Californian martial artist with a 7-2 amateur record, who's now ready to claw her way to the top of the professional ranks as she looks to maul her opponent in her debut at Up Next Fighting's UNF 20 on May 31st at the Commerce Casino and Hotel in Commerce, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former VFC featherweight champion. She's a pre-K teacher, a chef, possible future host of the 2030-40 podcast, as seen on episode 126 of this show. And she's an all-around total badass. Bam Bam Barberina. Please welcome Keana Cub Montenegro.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
What's...
I'm 8-2.
8-2?
We'll talk about that another time. Yeah.
Why? Is that because Tapology is wrong again? Tapology is really messing me up, Keana.
Dang. Yeah, we had to talk about that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But hi, guys. Glad to be here. And thanks for the hype. That was a fun intro.
Good to see. I'm so excited that you're back. Do you mind turning your camera sideways? Is it possible?
Yeah,
Will it
let's
flip
do
on me?
it.
And that way I'll flip the screen a little bit for us.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. Perfect.
Yes. Okay. I won't be holding it.
How are you?
There you go.
I'm great. I am great. I am fresh. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm in the car. I'm makeshifting a stage here.
No.
I'm great. I just finished practice right now. I'm feeling good. And yeah, how are you guys doing?
Keana, look, I'm so happy that you're here because when I needed a co-host back in the day, my good friend Matt Padilla, he recommended that you come on.
Yeah.
Then I become a fan of Cub, but you haven't fought in so long. 2022 was wait, okay, hold on. Maybe I don't know which fight I'm missing of yours.
No, yeah,
The last
2022.
Okay. So then what the hell took you so long?
Shit, dude, life be lifing. After that one, I had a pretty gnarly injury, and then it was just the mental thing after it. I went on like a little. Martial arts is the only sport I have ever done my whole life, so like I go through phases of like kind of like getting bored with it, and I'll never fully leave it, but I'll dive into different parts of it. So I've gone on my jiu-jitsu sprees. I've gone on my just striking sprees. So after that, I went on a little jiu-jitsu kick for a while. I got promoted after that fight to my purple belt. So I was like, you know what, let's go test the waters, let's go try it out. So I went on a little jiu-jitsu spree. I got my ass kicked in every tournament I went to at a purple. So I was like, oh, this sucks. I fucking hate it here. I went to IBJF Worlds in Vegas and I got subbed in like the first minute. I was like, that was the most expensive sub I've ever paid to go do. That was great. Big Brazilian chick. It was, yeah, wonderful. And so I went on a little jiu-jitsu spree for a while. And then I got that itch again. I was like, all right, fuck this. I want to go fight again. And then I shattered my orbital. And so that took a while to heal. That was just like a freak accident at the gym.
I've done that. Same thing at the gym. Not in a fight.
Yeah, freak accident. Somebody, I was leaning back for an arm bar. Somebody got high crotch. Heel came down. Axe kicked me. Broke the eye. So that took a while to heal. And then after that got better, left my no after that I went on a Muay Thai spree for a while. So then I did my first 2 fights in the ring last year, which was really fun. After swearing I would never ever fight in a ring, did it twice, won both fights. That was a lot of fun. Had to switch in gyms, so then for a while just adjusting to a new team and whatnot, and here we are now.
That's incredible. Awesome. And then so what gym are you with now?
I'm with OG Train. I cross train for my MMA gym. I'm with OG Training Center, and then I also go to Peerless Jiu-Jitsu Academy. And then on Mondays I attend Millennia with the pro practice team.
Very nice.
So we all kind of train in like a little trilogy together. Yeah.
Very cool. And so now you're all pumped up. You're all ready to go. And then I am so excited, Keana, because then I see the poster and you're fighting at UNF, which my longtime co-host, Ringside Ring Crew, she's the announcer there. And UNF is an amazing promotion. Like they really put on a good show. Like the posters that they have of you already, like, you know, they do a good production value. Like here's the posters here. That's you at UNF 25, Keana, Montenegro. What an exciting fight. Nice. How pumped are you for this?
Yeah, I'm really excited. And it's my pro debut, so I'm excited. It was a little nerve-wracking at first making the decision to go pro after such a long layoff. But also with having 10 fights on the resume, it's hard to find any more amateur girls that would have wanted to go, you know? I'm 25 now. And it was like, all right, if you don't think you're ready now, when will you ever think you're ready? You know, I'm ready to go out there and see what I'm made of now and just finally go. I feel like I'm going in the cage now, a completely different person, different mindset than back when I was 22, you know? A lot happens in a few years. And so I'm so glad that now is the time. I feel ready for it. You know, I feel ready for that pressure and going into it just like a different mindset.
And it's like you're sneaking in too. Because Bam Bam, like if people are going to look up, like, you know, like go look up Cub's last fight, but you're not going to see something for like 3 years ago. Little do you know, she's like evolved so much and changed. It's like you've been in It's like you've been in hibernation.
That's the thing is with the layoff, people might have their perceptions thinking like, oh, she quit, she blah, 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 blah. No, I actually have been working harder in the past, like since the last fight to now than I ever have before. I just haven't gone in the cage yet, you know, but now I'm like, all right, cool, let's put it all together. Like, I keep telling everyone it's been a long time coming. I kept saying I was going to do it, and I'm very big on keeping the promises I make to myself. So now it's finally time.
Well, it's very cool that I mean, like you said, you went on that mixed martial arts journey in between the layoff and everything.
Yeah.
You know, getting better everywhere. You know, your ground game. You
Yeah.
know, you did Muay Thai, so um, ultimately, I guarantee you're going to be a lot better fighter. And you seem like your mindset is sharp and in the right place. So
Yeah. Thank
whoever,
you. Thank you.
yeah, the girl you're going against, better watch out.
But yeah, I mean it's big trouble, man. But look, Keana, I'm so excited for you because this is a big opportunity. You get to be, making your pro debut on a big stage with UNF too, and then the sky's the limit for you. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah.
it's a really big
I'm
open
opening that door
opportunity.
again, putting my name back out there in the fight world. I thought about it. I was like, all right, guys, I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. Like, because here's the thing
Yeah.
though. I would, I mean, I didn't know, but like when they were announcing all the fighters for GFL,
Yeah.
I was like, is Keana going to be in this? Like, I was always waiting to see where you would.
Where's Waldo?
I was waiting to see where you would pop up. You know what I mean? I know Matt Padilla, the guy that put me in touch with you. He's going to be at the fights. So, because I was talking to him and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to see her fight her pro debut. So I know he's excited. Bam, bam. Matt Padilla asked a question, though. He wrote one in. What was the question?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it up here.
Oh, hold on.
Of course
Yeah.
he did.
We have multiple questions, Keana.
Multiple
Oh
questions.
boy.
But
I was wondering if that was gonna be a hit or not. I was like, ooh. But I don't ever post those myself. I refuse to post question polls myself. So I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, we just picked a few.
well, we got a
but
lot. Yeah, we picked a few. But Matt Padilla
Fine.
said, "Will you focus on going pro in the checkers scene?"
He's one to ask. I whooped his ass 3 times. So of course he'd love to know. Absolutely. Have you guys seen that thing where they have it's the part chess match, part boxing match, and you do like
Oh
5 minutes?
yeah.
If we can make I don't know how to play chess, but if we did that for checkers, absolutely sign me the fuck up. I would love to do that. He knows I love checkers. I'm a big checkers gal.
No.
That's awesome.
I think
So
when I'm
wait.
like old and lost all my brain cells and whatnot, I'll probably like go into like competing for playing checkers and shit. You know, some cute little wholesome old lady, some activity.
Yeah.
So yeah. So how would that work? Just for people that don't know. So you fight for like 2 minutes, then you play checkers for 2 minutes. That's what it
Yeah,
is,
so
right?
what
You
they
go
did
back
for
and
that
forth.
chess match is like 5 minutes. And it's a whole team that like puts everything. So there's like a table in the middle of the ring, and there's a timer, and the guys are having an intense chess match. And then 5 minutes goes off. Quickly get up, pull the table out. Bam! They fight for 5 minutes, and then you put the table back in. You go back to playing chess for 5 minutes, and then
I
I
like
love
it.
that. Because I'm thinking if I'm playing checkers and someone like jumps me and takes my king, I'm gonna look at it and be like, all right, bitch, in 2 minutes, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth for that, you know? So I would love to
Yeah.
do that.
I like
It's
it.
such like a skill
Yeah, I like it. I think
strategic
look,
game.
I know UNF watches this podcast, so what they need to do is in the pre-fight press conference, they get a checkers board between you and your opponent. You can play, and then you can
Yeah.
get a little like a beef going. You know what I mean? I like it.
It's so much fun.
It was
Yeah.
amazing. Are you still doing your Cubs cookies? Your what is it? Cubs Kitchen.
Yeah, sorry, I just violently hit my violent button. Yeah, I took a break on it for the rest of this fight camp just because I'm very all in when it comes to things. So that business was going really, really, really good and successful. But with like Easter and Mother's Day, I get really busy, and I was like, you know what, I don't want too much on my plate right now. And then a lot of like my baking and whatnot, like I like to do it like at night in solitude, and then I'm really, really serious about my sleep schedule during training. So I let everyone know. I was like, hey guys, I have that on a pause right now. I'll pick it back up after the fight, but I'm just going all in with this right now. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's
I do have to
awesome. Yeah.
ask, what is like the number one like sweet you have on that you make?
I do the really fancy. It's so tedious. God knows how I have this much patience. Like, it's nothing crazy, but like I do like the chocolate dipped like strawberries and cake pops and stuff. My cake pops though, I go in. I'll like do a whole little fucking scenery or a picture or something on like one little cake
Wow.
pop. And so that's why right now I'm like, yeah, I don't have time to be doing that. I could be in there depending, like I've had orders where I'm doing like over 100 cake pops, the same damn design on
Holy
all,
cow.
it's so tedious and it's fun. And like, I like having hobbies outside of fighting. So it's something like nice. Like when I'm baking, I'm still being very passionate and tedious about something. But right now I don't feel like doing that while I focus on
Yeah.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So my cake pops are really fun, especially like Christmas was probably like one of my favorite ones. I do like just very, very little intricate designs. So I like to like draw and do artsy stuff. So it's fun bringing the worlds together, especially because like a lot of them I'm doing it like being a part of someone's wedding, someone's baby shower, some little kid's birthday, and I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
my dessert on your table. So it's fun.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
well. Look,
Totally understand.
it was
taking
Bam
the
Bam's
delay.
birthday last weekend,
Happy
so I know.
belated, Bam Bam.
There you
Oh,
go,
thank
buddy.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, very exciting.
I appreciate it. No cake
Let's see.
pops.
No cake. But your wife did make you a delicious
But my
blueberry
wife
lemon
made
cake.
an amazing cake. Yes. Blueberry lemon
It just
cake.
wasn't
Yeah,
in
my
pop
favorite.
form. That's cool.
Yeah,
Sounds
it wasn't
a
a
lot
pop, but we got the
easier.
cake.
Well, there's
Yeah.
but I heard that there's leftovers, Cub. So Bam Bam, after this podcast, just go into the fridge, smush
I'm
some
for
of that
sure
cake.
having a piece.
That's actually how
Yeah.
you make them. It starts with a whole cake and then you smush it into little balls. So you're like already halfway there, you know?
Oh, we're there. Yeah, there we go.
Just smush
Yeah.
that bitch and put it on a stick and you got a cake pop.
Killer Cub, look, you've been doing so much. Anything exciting that we should know about? You're still doing the pre-K stuff with the kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do the kids know that you're fighting? Are they excited? I mean, they're
They
very
do,
young.
and it's so silly. There's a joke right now, and one of my little like kids don't really know perception of like times and days. So I have one little boy named Jonathan, and every single day I walk through the door, he goes, "Good morning, Miss Keana. How was your fight?" And like for the for the past month, I've been like, "Not yet, babe. We still got this many more days, this many more." And he's like, "Okay." And then the next day, "Good morning, Miss Keana. How was your fight?" So yeah, they all know it's coming up. A lot of the parents want to buy like the live stream. I'm actually gonna put like one of like the
Nice.
posters outside of the preschool and be like, hey, if anyone wants to come, I got tickets. But a lot of them tend to like watch it at home too, just because it's a long event with little ones, But
Of
a
course.
lot of my clients, a lot of them want to tune in and watch the live stream. So that's really, really exciting.
That's
especially because
awesome.
so many of my students do jujitsu. So yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so crazy
yeah.
though, right? Because now, like I was telling Bam Bam at the event that I was at, there was like 10-year-olds doing the Muay Thai. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's not that long ago when that would have been like never heard of. You know what I mean? So for you to have your pre-K
Yeah.
class and have a bunch of kids doing jujitsu and martial arts, that's kind of like, it's such a new wave of stuff. So like for them to
It
be
really
interested
is,
in it,
yeah.
that's very cool, man.
A lot of them started after I did Valkyrie, actually. That was probably my one fight I had the most of my students watch, and I had a lot of students there in attendance, especially for it being like an all-women's card or whatnot. So after Valkyrie, it just started, it was like, right, that was a few years ago. But I have those siblings who started jiu-jitsu and whatnot. Now I have their younger siblings. And so that kind of like, I don't want to take credit, but I'm going to take a little credit. That kind of kickstarted something. And
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
a lot of my students, like, it sparked interest. And now a lot of them do it. So like, it's cute. Parents will come to the door. Like one of the moms pulled me aside. She's like, you need to talk to your girl. She's getting taken down in jiu-jitsu, blah, 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 blah. So we're on the playground and I'm playing and I'm just like, so how's jiu-jitsu going? And it's like, I'm easing the coach talk in there during preschool hours,
Yeah.
It's cool. So I love that they could be like, hey, talk to, like, they're not doing good paying attention in class lately. Like, can you talk,
Yeah.
Nice. That's so
So
cool,
cool.
man. Like, yeah,
Very
Keana,
cool.
I know, like when I found out that you do the pre-K stuff, and then when I met you, I'm like, yeah, this personality totally fits. But then now to know that your students are doing the martial arts too, like that must be so cool, man. Like, my
Yeah.
teachers are always like
Yeah.
creepos and stuff like that. Like I was never like, like my teachers, I don't think I ever had anything in common
Yeah.
with these guys. That's so cool for you.
That's crazy.
Look, it's a big, big event. Bam Bam, before we let her go, let's ask a few of these other questions. Some of them are terrible.
All right, here we go. Killam Stefan asked, how come she's so fine?
Oh, Lord.
Lots of creepies, Keana.
I try not to get punched in the face too much. I don't know.
There you go.
Good strategy.
Yeah, Yeah, but even when I do get my face fucked up, it's like, hey, all of me or none of me. So.
Always got to protect the goods, right? The face,
Yep.
money
Yep.
makers, outside when fighting's done. Someone else asks, what's a typical California thing that irritates you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You cut out. What was it? What's a typical California?
Oh,
What?
what's a typical California thing that irritates you?
Typical California thing that irritates me. That's a great question. I don't. I don't know. I'm a hard person to kind of. I wouldn't say something that irritates me. I could kind of rephrase it to maybe like something that intimidates or nerve wracks me. But the fucking freeways out here, man.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, when you're going towards LA and you have like those big like 5-way freeways that God, I'm word vomiting right now. That like merge in like the 7 ones, like, and then like when drivers would like rather die than let you get over. Like I guess that's a California thing, you know. So I guess just
Yeah.
aggressive ass drivers.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
Toronto thing too, Keana. Like, yeah, it gets
It's
pretty bad. Like
everywhere, yeah.
the driving,
So
the
I'm like,
traffic
honestly,
and stuff.
oh, sorry. I'm like, that's what drives me to want to like go pro, make it big. Let me just get a fucking driver, you know? I'll do my own cooking, I'll do my own cleaning, blah blah blah. Just give me a driver and someone to carry my gym bag and I'm happy.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's the dream for all of us, Keana. Like,
I'm a simple gal.
yeah, all I want is my own personal assistant and limousine driver. Like, that's not too much to ask.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah. The traffic there is terrible. Traffic in California.
Oh, it's bad. I'm looking at like an
Yeah.
hour 30 right now, and I'm not too many miles from home. But yeah. So.
Yeah.
That said, though, Bam Bam, because I always tell Bam Bam, like, I'm in Toronto and it's just like a concrete jungle. There's like no culture, no nothing, right? It's just a metropolis, you know?
Yeah,
And
I'll take this though over like New York traffic though. Like that's fucking scary out there. I don't like that. So it makes
that's
me
what I'm
appreciate. Yeah.
But it's not only that, but then like I see on your Instagram, like you had the one post that says like, what do I not like or something, and then what do I like, and it was just everything. And then like Keana lives like a very cool life, man. So like if this is your first time meeting Keana now, follow her. I have her Instagram at the bottom. It's at @cub_MMA. And like, you know, the skydiving, the rock climbing, the waterfall diving, like
Swimming
it's just
with
every
sharks. Yeah.
yeah, this is like shooting guns at the range. Like just everything, man. It's just crazy. Like you have
in like what they call like the white people activities, you know. I'm trying to look for the same thrill fighting gives me. So I'm a really big adrenaline junkie. So yeah, I'll swim with the sharks, jump out the planes, all that good stuff.
Yeah, very good. So those white people activities are totally the best.
They go hard, man.
I don't know about swimming with sharks.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That's actually I plan to do that again this summer. I'm going to Hawaii again, and for that one, and it was a free dive too, like no cage around us. And
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, I've seen some people have the experience where they're like this close with the sharks. Where we did it at, the sharks were like here to like I don't know, a good amount of feet away. But I'm like, no, I want to be able to. I want its tail to like graze me when it goes past. Like I think I'm Moana, and I think like all the animals are just gonna sense my good vibes and like not hurt me. So I'm like, why would a shark want to bite me? Like I recycle.
Yeah. Is that like, and then if you like,
yeah,
is that like, and then when you fall off the side of the boat, the ocean will just pick you up and place you gently back on?
Yeah, like silly girl, watch out.
Yeah. I'm sure that will really happen, Cub.
Yeah.
Last thing before I let you go, I'm going to ask you one last question, which I don't think I asked you because technically you weren't the guest the last time I had you on. So there's a question that I ask all my guests, which I'll ask it to you. But before I do, is there anything that you want to say to the fans, viewers, and listeners that are watching you ahead of your pro debut at UNF 25?
I'd say for everyone who the past 3 years has been asking me every 5 minutes, when are you fighting? When are you fighting? I hope you're either buying the live stream or coming and tuning in because, yeah, I'm going big for this one. So everyone who's been waiting or doubting me or whatever it is, I'm here now. I'm back. I'm so glad to be back. So I hope everyone tunes in. It's going to be a really good one. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Is there a promo code they have to use or anything like that to get you the goods?
Oh yeah.
Do they do that?
I have tickets on hand. I know that they can buy them online too. I'm not too sure if there's a promo code. I should text them today and find that out. But I have tickets on hand. I'm trying to get rid of. Yeah, but no, I'll figure that out too and let you know because I should be posting.
Even for when they buy the stream or whatever. Like,
yeah, that's what
you could put in.
Yeah, yep. So I'm sure it's under like my name or something, but I'll double check with them. So thanks for that reminder.
Yeah, definitely check out because when I get the stream, if I don't know whether I have to like just select some organizations, you have to select the fighter that you're there for. That's easy. It's just like on a drop down.
Yeah.
But if there's a code, then I need to know, Keana, and let people know and tag me in it if you post it so that I can share it as a result of this. You know what I mean? Like we can make sure that people get it.
The one that I do have a code for, the following, if all goes well, I walk out good, the following weekend I'm making my combat jiu-jitsu debut, and I do have there is a stream for that where you can also enter my name. So you're gonna I'm jumping back in like I never.
The following week?
Yeah.
That's getting after it then.
That's crazy. Is that the first time you've done combat jiu-jitsu?
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm doing my pro debut and my combat jiu-jitsu debut back-to-back weekends.
And who are you doing the combat jiu-jitsu?
As we said, I'm a bit of an extremist.
Yeah. Who are you doing the combat jiu-jitsu with? Like, what's the organization? Do you know?
I've been Subversive.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one. And their show, I went to their last one. There's a new venue they do it at, and it's literally like a nightclub with jiu-jitsu in the middle. Like, it's loud, there's lights, there's a thing in the middle. It's huge. So it's a really big show out in Long Beach. So that one, there's a little drop down of my name and what to select. So if you guys want some back-to-back entertainment for the weekends, I don't know, I might know a gal.
So it's Saturday and then Saturday?
Saturday and then Friday.
Saturday and Friday. And then I'm getting texts now. There's a Checkers promotion that wants to sign you up for a tournament on the Tuesday.
Tell them I'll be ready that Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
I'm fucking down. Yeah.
I can't wait. Keana, that's gonna be so exciting. I'm very happy for you. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Man, that is so exciting because I mean, are you gonna open hand? See, I could go on this, but then because you've been training for combat jiu-jitsu where it's got to be open hand, do you feel like in your MMA fight you're going to start like using more Boss Rutan style, like open hand palm strikes?
When I'm doing it more kind of like clubbing like that, you know, but I mean, I know how to turn it off and on between when I am like doing my hammer fist and my regular punches versus my combat one. So it's nice because the preparation has been the same for each other, you know, just one of them I close my hand and one of them I open. So after like freshly fight, I'm not worried about it for my MMA fight. Like if I do throw a slap, cool, but I don't think I will. But I'm just reminding myself for the combat one, don't punch her. Do not punch her. I did that last year in my Muay Thai fight. I caught a kick, and on the takedown, I went to throw a punch, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not allowed to do that. And the ref yelled at me. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you can spank me on the hand. I know that was bad.
Look, you're generally always allowed one foul. So, you know, it's okay if you mix it up one time.
Now, exactly. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Last question, Keana, I'm going to ask you is a question that my mom used to ask me almost every day of my life growing up, and I ask it to most of the guests, so I want to ask it to you now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
10 and beyond, 11, 12. Nice. I'm really happy right now. So
good.
Life's That's good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I could ask for, my loved ones are healthy. I could ask for more. I'm happy, gal.
I'm very happy, Cub. Thank you so much for joining the podcast. It was a pleasure to see you again. Bam Bam, I know that you were happy.
It was great talking with you. Yes, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, lovely meeting you. Thank you guys for having me on.
Cub, have a good one. I'll see you Saturday, then I'll see you the next Friday. I'll cheer you on both times.
See you guys soon. Bye, have a good one.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is Keana Cub Montenegro. Bam Bam. Very cool person, man. Like just the bubbly energy of Keana.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, holy cow, though. Fighting, making a pro debut Saturday, a week later, Friday, combat jiu-jitsu. I mean, talk about really getting after it into, a return to the sport.
If you're a badass, you're a badass. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like you just freaking do it, man. I'm super excited for her. Is there no like commission? Like nobody cares that you fight, you're allowed to? I guess, is it because it's a different commission they won't know that you did the MMA?
No, they'll still know. But I think as far as, I mean, Normally, if it's
'Cause there's-
fight stuff, you definitely can't most of the time, especially because it's on a Friday and not a Saturday or something. But you could get it pressed. You could get it swiped from the commission too, though. Like the commission can be like, oh, they can make little adjustments or whatever. Say like, oh, she took no damage and blah blah blah. But
Right,
maybe
right, right,
because it's
right.
a jiu-jitsu thing, then
Maybe
that's why.
it's like that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like I wonder if it's because it's jujitsu, even though it's combat jujitsu. I wonder if they just go like, it's fine. And unlike the stupid opponent of Whiplash Ashley Thiner, at least Cub is doing it right, and she's doing the MMA bout first, right? Because that's that's her pro debut. That's probably more important. Get that
I'm
one
glad-
done, and then do.
I'm
the
glad
combat
that
jiu-jitsu.
it's not the combat jiu-jitsu, then her pro debut. You know, we
Right,
had that one girl on, and
that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. The Ashley
the
Whiplash
combat
Thiner.
jiu-jitsu, before the dang fight, like,
And then
at least she's doing it right. She's doing it right. She's doing the fight first, combat
Exactly.
jiu-jitsu second.
I also like what she said about taking that time off and refreshing, and also refocusing on the other martial arts as well, because that is very important, man. There's a lot of times people just mentally, and that's why you need your magic mind. You know what I mean? Because mentally you can kind of lose focus, right? Like things can get tiresome, things can get kind of the same, and you can fall into a lull. And so for her to take some time away from MMA, do the jiu-jitsu, focus on some Muay Thai, and now come back and tie it all together, you're just so refreshed, like I like that. I think that's good. Yeah.
Definitely shows yourself and tells yourself that like you still have that fire in you. You have that love, that passion for it. And that it's not going away, and it's even more, the flame is more lit now than it was before because, you took that break. So
yeah, definitely. We didn't plan to talk about this, but you said you watched the Karate Hottie movie, Havoc, on Netflix.
Yeah, she's in it. Yep.
And you said that it's good. Like she's good.
Yeah, she did a good job. She had a cool fight scene
man.
in there.
Yeah.
Kicked some ass, so it's
very
pretty good.
cool.
Like that's good for her. Great opportunity, and hopefully, that's probably going to lead to more for her. It's a big movie. It was a good movie. Check it out.
I think she does have different things. And look, man, with her look and her skills and her following and like her popularity, this should be something she can kind of get into very easily. And like those kind of roles. Does she have a big talking role in it? Does she speak a lot?
Not really, no.
At all?
Not really. Yeah, she speaks, but
because there's been people like Ronda Rousey, but like her roles were kind of like very muted down, like in terms of speaking. But even in that, like I really liked her in was she in Expendables?
Expendables,
right?
Yeah,
and I thought she was good, man. Yeah. Like I think it's pretty cool, man, that some of these fighters are getting into those opportunities. I think that's really something that they should do. That said, too, I know we talked about it last week, but friend of the podcast, Taylor Killer B. Starling, she's still doing that BKFC commentary stuff and interview stuff, like the outside stuff. So I'm happy for her. Again, get paid.
Playing on my movie call. Got a movie gig coming up.
Are you? Do you?
Oh yeah.
Nice. I can't wait.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm very excited. What else did we want to talk about? So the Keana stuff. This one is pretty funny. Ryan Bader.
I just seen that.
Has now left the PFL, and he is now going to go to Ryzen. Yeah, Ryzen.
Ryzen.
I'm not really too sure. He signed with them. Bam. Thoughts, comments on this one?
Honestly, I don't know. We were just talking about Ryzen, whatever. About kind of a great promotion. They have great fighters, great fights. They're like one of the few promotions that actually done some like cross trades with like the UFC and other promotions. So that's actually really cool and big on them. Like obviously there's some connection. They must have good people over there to make that happen. But great fights. Obviously they're bringing in big names. Trying to get more and more big names. I think it's a good opportunity for Bader to really put a stamp on that crowd over there. So
Yeah. I like it, dude. All honesty, I was not going to be happy if he came to UFC because I'm like, you've been there, you've done that.
Yeah, I agree.
To come back almost was going to be detrimental to your legacy, because if you came back and just lost, it wasn't going to be that good, because then people would always kind of compare you. But now you've gone to UFC. He did very well in UFC. Then he goes over, becomes Bellator champion and kicks ass there, multi-division champion, does all that he's done. And now I was so worried that he was going to go to ONE FC, where we also know there can be contractual issues. Obviously, couldn't go to GFL because there's no such thing. and if he stayed in PFL, the sign has done its job, Bam Bam.
There we go. Okay, cool. Whew.
But if he had stayed in PFL, right, he wasn't going to get any fights. They already haven't, you know what I mean? Now, he was doing a movie and blah, 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 and that's why he wasn't fighting. But I don't think that he's going to fight. I don't know. I don't even know if there's a heavyweight Grand Prix or a heavyweight tournament this year for PFL. So, what was he even going to do? And Ngannou, they're not paying Ngannou again, and he's not going to fight Bader. So, that's all kind of gone. So, for him to go to Ryzen, it's that was probably one of the very few best options for him. And so I'm very happy that he goes. But, good luck to that dude, man.
Going to be great for them over there, especially it's in Japan, right?
Japan, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Japan. So I think they're in for a good show with him.
Yeah, they'll be able to utilize him and get a lot out of him, hopefully, right? But very exciting. Anyway, so he's looking for that Ryzen title by the end of the year, so that's exciting. I think that is it, my man. Look, friends of the podcast update, go check out Rageworks Podcast Network for great audio podcasts like this one, RageWorksNetwork.com. We're also thrilled to be a part of the Sweep the League Network and Refocused Network. These platforms are all about showcasing incredible creators and hosting interviews that inspire, just like what we do, Bam Bam. And I'm going to announce now our guest next week.
All right.
Bam Bam, if I had to ask you, who's better, Johnny Lawrence or Daniel LaRusso? Who was the best karate guy there?
Oh, gosh. I mean, if you're going off of just playing for actual stats and everything, I mean, I don't know. I guess you got to go LaRusso.
Two-time All-Valley champion Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah.
Bam Bam, do you know who is a better karateka than Daniel LaRusso? Who's better than both of them combined?
Tell me.
The now multi-time Karate Combat champion, Sam Alvey.
No way.
He's coming back on the podcast, Bam Bam. I know you hate him. I know you want to fight him. So I am bringing your opponent to you, Bam Bam. Sam Alvey. Did you see what he did last weekend?
It was incredible. Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, one thing I know always about Sam, I know two things about Sam Alvey for a fact. Two things I know for sure. One, he's always smiling. Two, the dude's got power. Watch out. The dude's got power. So when he clipped him with the first one, put him and he went tumbling back, the follow-up shot, man, it was lights out. That moment. Just follow-up shot to him rolling back, done.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the turnaround in the trajectory of Sam Alvey,
it's been awesome.
Needs to be studied.
Yeah,
from where he was in the UFC to now, what he has turned his career around, Bam Bam, is nothing short of incredible. And he's the nicest dude on the planet.
He is.
One of the absolute greatest guys. He has such a nice family, his lovely wife who's always in his corner.
Yeah.
And he turns his freaking career around. And I'm just so happy for this dude, man. So he's going to be on the podcast next week. Cannot wait to welcome back Sam Alvey. I have not spoken to him since he has become champion. I think I spoke to him right before his first Karate Combat fight. And of course, I had spoken to him previously. But yeah, great dude. And I'm very excited to have Sam Elliott back. So
awesome.
This is your homework, Bam Bam.
Okay.
Now you gotta cut this promo on this dude. You know, when he gets in here, and you just go to town on him. You channel your
old NWO.
Channel your inner Dominic Cruz.
Oh goodness!
And you just be as mean mugging as possible, man, and get on this dude because this could
every
be...
answer he gives, just be like, man, that's not cool.
No, this guy's an idiot. This guy stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see Sam.
It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Yeah, and you work on getting Karate Hottie on this podcast because I would love to have Karate Hottie if you know her at all.
Another
be a
karate.
Cool guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, another karateka. Yeah. Get Karate Hottie on here.
Karateka.
I think it is. Karate.
Yeah.
I know that's how Sam, because I know that's how Sam says it. He goes, I am the world's greatest karateka. Karateka?
Karateka.
Karateka was a video game in 1984 on Apple.
Sweet. Good to know.
What does karateka mean? I don't know. I think it means a person that does it.
Is it?
A practitioner of karate, karateka. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You learn something every day. Bam Bam. You learn something every day. Look, man, aside from that, anything that you want to talk about before we get out of here? Perfect on time.
I don't know. Huh? I got nothing.
No?
It's a good podcast. We're talking with her.
Now you're just getting amped up because now you're gonna like badmouth Sam Alvey next week.
Now all the things that are running through my mind right now is just like what am I gonna say to Sam Alvey? It's like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does have dynamite in his hands though.
Hi Sam.
No, you gotta work on this. That said, the NWO thing, I do have something. The only way PFL can now be a success is if all the Bellator fighters turn into like an NWO, and every event they should band together and start talking trash on the field. Like you need to do something. Do you know that PFL has released another event poster for their like European tournament or whatever, and the main fight is not a title fight again?
So wait, they have the European tournament then, and then they're doing
like another
PFL
card
Africa tournament.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Just they are so diluted, dude. It's crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, why?
How funny would that be if, like you said, the Bellator guys showed up at the event, all NWO and all had like Bellator shirts on and were like, "Yo, what you need to fight me," and like took the mic like off the guy from the thing and started talking to him, the commentators, and started yelling at him and stuff. That'd be funny,
dude. But it would be pretty freaking cool. And then you could start, and then you just have cards, Bellator versus PFL, Bellator, and then like just build it like that, man. What else are you doing? These guys aren't fighting anyways. Like just come in with the Bellator logos and just go and then trash the commentary table or like grab one of the commentators and go, Bellator's the greatest, PFL sucks, and just like throw whatever, man. Cause some viral stuff.
Matter, but build it,
Aside from right now, because here's what shows up on my Instagram: PFL Europe, Paul Hughes versus Miranda. Right, that's that Paul Hughes kid. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Who already didn't fight for the title last time, right? That's that guy. And here we go. PFL Belfast.
Well, no, that's where he fought. He did fight for. Well, we thought he was fighting for a title, but it ended up being
the Bellator title.
The Bellator title that already didn't exist again.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. So now he's fighting at PFL Belfast on May 10th. He's the main event of PFL Europe, and then this is their it begins the Europe tournament because it's all these quarterfinals, but then they have a co-main and a main that are not part of the tournament. No belt on the line. For God's sakes, can you just make up a PFL Europe title for this, please? Like, why you can't? It's crazy, Bam Bam. It's all year long. It's just like no belts ever.
Yeah, crazy.
Get with it, man.
Because
Don
they haven't
Davis.
even made the belt. They don't want to spend the money to make the belt.
Dude, I will 3D print them a belt. Like,
Yeah.
you got to do something, man. This is crazy that these guys are still fighting. And then think about it, Bam Bam. If you're in an organization where there's no belt, what are you fighting for?
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be weird too, right? Anyways.
For sure.
All right. Look, we're out of here. Lots to talk about. Next week will be very exciting. We got Smiling Sam. He will kick off the
Very
podcast,
cool.
and we'll talk about a bunch of trash. And we will see what happens. UFC Canada, Chuck Buffalo. If he invades Canada and he wins, that's going to be very interesting to see what he does on the mic. And I'm very excited. Pay attention to the way that the media treats him. That's what I want to see. How the more liberal media is going to treat this guy, given how he's been, given already the stuff he's saying online about the 51st state and stuff like that. I really want to see how the media treats this guy.
Yeah. I think I want to say there's even been one time where I went, nobody had any questions. It was just like, okay.
And you won the fight?
I won the fight, yeah.
No.
I'm dead serious, yeah. Pretty positive.
Okay, we got to get into that next episode. That's messed up.
Yeah, whatever.
No, that's really weird, man. But that shows that these media people have such bias.
Yeah.
Because
I
why
guess.
wouldn't you? Like, that's
even
just
one
like,
question? Look, it's like just one question? Okay. Just one
how'd
person?
that feel? What are you gonna do to celebrate? Like, you can use your stock boring questions.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude, that's craziness. All right, look, we're out of here, Bam Bam. We'll get
All
out, and we will see you all next week. Thank you, my friend.
See ya.
What happened to the bye?
Like that? Bye.
You gave it up. Let's go.